Medieval movies are more popular now than they probably have been at any other point in history. And in this video I will give you my recommendations of the top 10 best upcoming medieval movies getting released in 2026 and 2027. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel, History Spark. At number 10, it is Joan of Arc, a new Joan of Arc movie currently in the works, and the best part of this upcoming medieval film is that it will be getting directed by the legendary Baz Luhrmann, and he has confirmed that the script is complete for this film and that Warner Brothers is moving ahead with production as well. And this depiction of Joan of Arc will be based on Thomas Keneally's 1974 novel Blood Red Sister Rose, which is one of the best historical fiction books written about this famous French heroine. It has been rumored that 18-year-old Isla Johnston has been cast as Joan of Arc, an actress who gained fame for portraying the younger version of Beth Herman in The Queen's Gambit. So it is good to see that this film is making decent progress and is in the early stages of development, and hopefully we'll be getting a new Joan of Arc movie getting released to cinemas in 2 or 3 years time. At number 9, it is Cucurullo, the Samurai and the Prisoner, an upcoming historical mystery thriller set to release on June 19, 2026. And this film is set in 16th century Japan, and it follows a samurai named Lord Araki Marushige, who rebels against the tyrannical and powerful samurai warlord Oda Nobunaga, and he becomes besieged in his castle, with the second plot also focusing on a series of murders that begin to take place within the castle and a dangerous prisoner who is tasked with finding out the person behind these killings. This film will star Mashiro Motoki and Masaki Suda in the lead roles, and the movie will be co-produced by Shuchiku and Tokyo Broadcasting System Television. So if you enjoy samurai films, then you should definitely check out Cucurullo, the Samurai and the Prisoner when it hits cinemas on June 19, 2026. At number 8, it is Rapture, an upcoming medieval zombie horror film, which is perhaps the first time I may have used that phrase on this channel. But the Rapture will be set in 1348 in England, with 10 monks at the remote Lansley Abbey having their peaceful existence shattered when a messenger arrives with symptoms of a mysterious illness that transforms victims into restless undead creatures. The Rapture will be released theatrically in the US by IFC and in the UK by True Brit at some unspecified date in 2026. So if anyone wants to watch the first ever medieval zombie movie, then be sure to check out The Rapture at some point this year. At number 7, it is the first Gokturk, which is the first part of a planned trilogy of historical films, and this trilogy will depict the incredible story leading up to the founding of the Turkic Khaganate by brothers Bumin Kagan and Istemi Yabgu in the 6th century. The first Gokturk will be an epic cinematic experience, with shooting having taken place across Turkey, Central Asia, Europe and North America. And there is no confirmed release date for this film as of yet, but early footage and concept art for the first Gokturk reveals a high budget and high quality film with excellent cinematography, set pieces and costume design. So if you're looking to explore a relatively unknown part of medieval history and Turkic history in general, then be sure to keep an eye out for any updates regarding the first Gokturk by subscribing to my channel, History Spark. At number 6, it is Werewolf, an upcoming medieval horror film set in the 13th century, and this movie will depict a chilling tale of a mysterious creature that stalks the foggy countryside as local folklore transforms into a terrifying reality for the villagers who face an ancient supernatural threat. And this movie is being described as the darkest script that director Robert Eggers has ever created, featuring period accurate dialogue in Middle English, complete with translations and annotations as well. And Werewolf will feature a star-studded cast led by Aaron Taylor Johnson as the title character, alongside Lily Rose Depp, William Dafoe and Ralph Ineson. So for anyone wanting an immersive and brutal examination of werewolf mythology brought to life, then be sure to check out Werewolf when it hits cinemas all across the world on December 25, 2026. At number 5, it is Ilya Muromets, an upcoming Russian medieval epic film which tells the legendary story of Ilya, a peasant who is miraculously healed after being unable to walk for 33 years. And using his newfound walking skills, he quickly rises up the military ranks to become a heroic warrior serving under Prince Vladimir Monomakh. Ilya Muromets will be a blend of historical drama and mythical folklore, as the primary plot of the film is based around a legendary figure rather than a historical person. And this movie is currently in post-production and is set for a worldwide release on November 16, 2026. At number 4, it is The Pride of Bharat, an upcoming Indian biographical film which is scheduled for a theatrical release on January 21st, 2027. And this movie will depict the life, military campaigns, and the rise of the iconic Maratha warrior king Chhatrapati Shivaji as he challenges the Mughal Empire under Aurangzeb for control of the Deccan. The film's ensemble cast stars Rishabh Shetty, Shefali Shah, Zanai Bhosle, and Arjun Rampal. And The Pride of Bharat will be released in Hindi, English, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Marathi languages all across the world on January 21st, 2027. At number 3, it is the medieval film The Death of Robin Hood, which will be starring the always awesome Hugh Jackman as an old and weary Robin Hood. And this upcoming historical movie will be written and directed by Michael Sarnowski, and the cast will star Hugh Jackman and Jodie Comer in primary roles, and Bill Skarsgård, Murray Bartlett, and Noah Jupe will feature in secondary roles as well. Filming for The Death of Robin Hood concluded in Northern Ireland in March of 2025, and a few weeks ago we got confirmation that this movie will be released into cinemas on June 19, 2026. At number 2, it is The Peasant, an upcoming period action thriller set in the backdrop of 1300s India. And this revenge epic will offer viewers a gripping tale of a 14th century shepherd who embarks on a vengeful quest against a band of mercenary knights who ransacked his community and destroyed his home. And this movie aims to blend medieval knight culture with a vibrant and almost mystical Indian setting. And this movie will star Dev Patel as the central character, and A24 acquired distribution rights for this movie in a $30 million deal. The Peasant will be hitting cinemas on December 24th, 2026, so another great medieval adventure getting released around the holiday time period. And the top spot on this list goes to The Uprising, a medieval drama which will be set in England during the year 1381, throwing viewers into the heart of the English peasants' revolt, with the primary focus being on a peasant farmer who becomes an unexpected leader of a fierce insurrection against the oppressive reign of the then 14-year-old King Richard II in the wake of the Black Death. The Uprising will star Andrew Garfield as the rebellion leader alongside Captain Waterston, Jamie Campbell, Cosmo Jarvis, and Johnny Lee Miller, filling out the rest of the primary cast. Filming for this medieval movie is currently in progress in Bavaria and Munich, and The Uprising is set for a worldwide release to cinemas on September 11, 2026. So those are the top 10 upcoming medieval movies of 2026 and beyond. But do let me know in the comments down below if there are any other great medieval films that I may have missed out on. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel, History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.